How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. When you put Caden in the last play there, we talked to Larry about it yesterday. When you put Caden in there last play, is there something that he gives you that maybe Nathan and Manny don't in that situation that you guys were prepped for?
I believe a decision was made to get the ball to the end zone and felt like he could get it there.
That's pretty much okay.
when you all were having summer camp, why was he ahead of other guys?
Who?
Cade.
Why was he ahead of other guys?
What did he do during that season?
He really didn't move ahead till we got through camp, and the things he did is he has an advanced knowledge of the passing game. Part of that's where he came from in his high school and what they asked him to do. So he was more advanced than a lot of freshmen as far as reading defenses. He has unbelievable arm talent. We know that. He probably struggled a little bit more with some of the athletic stuff we asked him to do. Not, we don't need to ask him to run a bunch, but just some of the things. So he continued to improve through spring, summer, fall camp, and that's really how he moved ahead.
What do you think about his future as a future quarterback for UNC?
Oh, I think the sky's the limit for him. I think there's those two kids, him and Jace, both showed that it's not too big for them. They can compete, and I think it's going to be great competition, and that's only going to make you better.
You guys had a 7-possession stretch in the middle of the game where you got like 23 yards, but before that and after that, you moved the ball seemingly at will. Nathan was completing passes. You guys were running. What was the difference in the middle there that they did maybe or you guys weren't doing that was different from when you were moving the ball?
Well, there's always some execution issues. There was about 4 series there where there were some things that happened on third down that weren't reflective of the offense and defense that we ended up having to punt that made it kind of tough. First series of the second half, we threw the ball out to Michael, and it was going to be 1st and 10 at the plus 33 going in with some good momentum, and then there was a holding penalty on that one, and it took us back, and we ended up not overcoming that. We had another where we ran a outside zone on third down and got 12 yards and got a first down. There was another holding penalty, and we didn't overcome that. Right before the half, we hit Diami on the pass, and we're going to be 1st and 10 at the 40 with a minute and change left. Opportunity at least to get a field goal, maybe a touchdown, and then there was a penalty for, I guess it was unnecessary roughness for blocking behind the ball, and that negated that. So those were 3 things that really hurt us. And when you looked at it, we ended up with 13 carries in the second half because the fourth quarter we had to go hurry up and throw the ball. We didn't have the ball much in the third quarter. So ending those series with those penalties really were critical. That's if we don't let it get the third down right, then we don't have that issue, but that's what happened. We didn't convert the third downs with those penalties, and they were critical.
How do you improve on cashing in on turnovers on defense?
Yeah, that was the part that probably hurt the most is that the defense did have a couple good, they blocked the kick and they had the turnover there. And again, it's the struggle of each side to play together, ham and egg it, whatever you want to say. When we're rolling and then maybe they let down or all of a sudden they're playing well and then we don't finish. And that's really, if you look back, that's been a lot of the issues this year is just both sides of the ball playing well at the same time.
You got about 3 or 4 guys that have gotten work at right guard. How would you evaluate that position right now and how it's kind of progressed compared to the other 4 spots there?
Obviously that was the one spot that was probably behind everybody else. And I think you take a guy like Billy Ross, and he's improved. If you look at his film from the first game to this last game, he really has improved a lot, especially in his pass protection. So you like to see that. Marcus McKeithen was going to be the starter, and so now he's back. But, he's been out for so long. He's not quite in game shape, a little rusty, so I've just been trying to get him in there. Didn't have a great debut against Georgia Tech. Played much better against Duke. So, we need to keep bringing him along. William Barnes is the guy that played a lot early and did some good things, but he had back-to-back injuries, and so that kind of set him back. So, I like the improvement we've seen from Billy, and we need to get Marcus back to close to what he was before he got
Moving forward, are you pretty optimistic about how that spot's going to kind of shape up?
Oh, yeah, I think there's going to be great competition there. It's all those guys are back. Everybody's back,
yeah.
And I think those kids, from the outlook before the year of what the O-line's going to be, the lack of experience, and to what they've done through the season, you know, you have high optimism for what they can become because they've done some good things this year.
How does Javonte continue to kind of build off the off-season camp that he had just kind of throughout the season?
Yeah, you know, just getting him the opportunities. You know, he did some things Saturday that were really impressive. I mean, he runs hard. He runs his pads down. He had some blocks that were really impressive. He's a physical, you know, high care factor guy, and he's a smart kid. And, you know, when all our backs are healthy, it's just only so many snaps to go around, you know, but hopefully he'll get some few more snaps the next 2 weeks and to build off of that. He's done a tremendous job on special teams all year as well.
Thanks, Coach.
All right,